Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Opportunity Private Capital Snapchat. My name is Nick Morgan, and with me this afternoon I have great pleasure in hosting one of our investors, Loyiso. Loyiso, good to see you again.
How are you, my friend? Thank you so much for making me famous.
Hey. You're famous already. I don't have to do anything. The reason that I like talking to you is because not only are you successful in business with your own media and advertising companies, you're a successful radio, DJ, media personality.
Shucks.
You're a real go-getter.
Yeah.
And you also find time for upliftment projects.
All the time.
And I don't know, do you get time to sleep, man?
Yeah, I sleep a full night, believe it or not. Yeah, I think the one thing that I've learned and mastered is how to align my passions. You know, I think everything that I do is all around making or moving society forward. You know?
Right.
So whether it's advertising, whether it's any piece of communication that you create, whether it's being on radio, whether it's being on a dance floor, playing music, you're making people happy, you're bringing joy to people's lives, and that's what I really take pride in, you know.
So, question for you to start off with is, I mean, you chat to friends and colleagues about investing in general.
Yes.
What are their views on investments at the moment? What sort of arenas are they typically investing in?
I think investing, especially in the South African landscape, is a very interesting topic. I think we don't quite 100% understand it, the layman. You know, I think a select few right now still understand and can partake in investing. So usually the most of the conversations that I'm having with my friends or people around me is making them aware of the different investment opportunities that are existing. You know,
Right.
I think we spoke a little bit about this off air. I think sometimes we tend to confuse saving and investing. So now, for me, it's really been about educating people around me, saying, hey, have you heard of that? Have you heard of that? This is not in your normal banking space, but it's a better opportunity. So those are the type of conversations I'm having mostly.
A lot of your passions are based around galvanizing the youth into improving their financial situations.
Yes.
So is part of your viewpoint in trying to push that notion to try and get them to understand?
Yeah.
And do they have appetite for this, or they're saying, hold on a second, Loyiso, this is it's too much, I'll do it when I'm older?
I think for younger people, so I've had the opportunity to obviously travel around the country with different brands. There's two financial institutions that I've worked with very closely. One taking financial education down to students and in the primary school space, to get them understanding how to save, how to manage money.
Right.
And then on the other side of things is also driving the conversation around saving, but more so helping guys become entrepreneurial and realize that you can build your own brand of your passion and then start saving money or start creating wealth. But for me, the main message in between the two has always been about making younger people understand that money actually can create the sort of access that you want, rather than wanting money in my pocket. So the ability to access more opportunity, the ability to access people of a higher caliber, access spaces of a higher caliber. So that's kind of how I framed it in galvanizing young people to get into talking about money, investing and saving, is to say the first thing that you should do is see your money as something that can create more access for you. I think the older that I grow now, I'm getting more and more educated and getting more and surrounding myself with like some of the most brilliant minds around when it comes to investing, finding the right opportunities. So in many ways, I'm also still in a journey of learning. Having gained and created a relationship with you and your amazing team, I've realized that there's a lot more out there that meets the eye first and foremost in terms of investment opportunities. What I've really enjoyed is just the ability to ask any question and get the right answer and an honest answer.
Right.
Because it's money at the end of the day, and when it leaves your bank account or when I pull it out under my bed, of course I'm going to be nervous about what it's going to do. You know? And sometimes you want to surround yourself with people who know what they're doing. Don't be scared in the short term to not have that cash flow that you usually would have had. Lock it away somewhere and it'll do something for you over time.
Interesting, because exactly what you say, I think people are fearful of not having access because the negative part of everyone's mindset is always, is there a day going to come when I'm going to need that cash desperately? And that prohibits them from taking a medium or long-term view from this investing. So I think you hit it spot on with that. What made you gravitate towards us in particular? I mean, I know, yes, we offer good returns.
Yes.
Yes, we offer really good security for our investments, but what was the actual defining moment or defining factor? Because you've got a lot of choice out there.
Yeah, for me, like the two things that you mentioned, they're not throwaway for me. You know, those are two very important things. Right. Like, if you're gonna work with people around your money and growing your money, work with people who know what they're doing first and foremost. And I think for me, people get on with people. You know, I think you have an amazing team. You're an amazing person, and whenever we can have conversations about things, they're candid. You know, if something should go wrong, if something should go amazingly right, we're able to get on the phone and have a very honest conversation about what we need to do next.
Thanks. That's good to know, man. That's a nice thing to say. So what is your understanding of the security that we offer to protect your investment?
From a layman's point of view, I would throw my money in. You would secure it with a unit. That unit would obviously be the safe cover if anything should go wrong.
Right.
The beauty of the space that you work in is that it's property, you know. It's always going to be relevant. So to a degree, we can secure it for over a long period of time.
Because it's tangible, it's asset backed. And that goes back to your previous thing when you were a bit younger and you wanted to see your money and you want to be able to touch it. So it's just a gravitation up to there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good and bad lessons you've learned from investing in general?
I don't know whether they're good or bad, but never invest with your heart at the beginning, you know. I think that we all kind of get wrapped up in that too early.
Right.
What I've done is I first put aside the fact that I like Nick or not. I look at the hard facts and I ask as many questions as I need to ask.
Which you did.
Yeah. At first, I try with investments to be conservative to see if it's actually going to do what it says it does.
Sure.
And then once it does what it does, then I'm more willing to throw in a little bit more. I'm willing to be a bit less risk averse about it.
Yeah.
If you want to grow your wealth,
you
need to understand that it's not something that happens overnight. Those are probably the three main things that I've learned. I don't know whether they're good or bad.
Long-term strategies, do you have them in place? What are your thoughts?
My long-term strategies for me are kind of like when it comes to money in general, I like to have a safety net. So definitely increasing my investment portfolio in funds like these.
Yeah.
I like to also be aggressive. I like to create things on a day-to-day. I'm an entrepreneur after all.
Yeah.
So I'm always going to take a bit of my money and put it in my businesses and really go in hard. And then there's a very conservative part of me that puts my money in these savings spaces so that at least if I need quick and easy access to money while it still grows, and I found like there's a couple of banks around who will give you an interest on a good balance, you know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of threefold in a sense.
I think that's good because you've got a dual strategy, right?
Yeah.
You need a bit of rainy day emergency money.
Yeah.
But it mustn't overtake your entire investment philosophy.
Yes.
You need something that's going to beat inflation, beat the
absolutely,
markets entirely.
Absolutely.
Luisa, anything more you want to add? Because I've gone over our time.
Yes.
I've taken
Look, I just want to compliment you and say thank you for creating a platform like this more than anything else. I think that everyone who's sitting at home watching and going through the content, I think there really is a big space for people to learn how to handle their money better. I hope I've been educational to a degree, and I hope like at the end of the day that you guys also grow from strength to strength, because the more you grow from strength to strength, I'm definitely growing from strength to strength too.
Yeah. And I can't say better than that, so I'll leave it there. Loyiso, thanks so much.
Thank you.
I know you're busy. Always good to see you again, man.
Thank you so much.
So I'll see you soon. We'll have our next business chat in a week or so when you give me a call.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks so much. Cheers.